What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Dribble after a little bit of a hiatus. But me and Aashrith are back right in time for the NBA Finals. Some exciting news, but also a little bit sad for Aashrith that the Thunder didn't make it to the NBA Finals for a second year in a row. But it's okay. We still have a good matchup that we're gonna watch. But we're gonna first start out by previewing the Thunder Spurs series because it went to 7. It was a really good series. There's a lot of stuff we could talk about with that series. So Ashrita, as a Thunder fan, you can lead it off. How do you feel? How did you feel coming off of a Game 7 loss, and how do you feel going into the offseason?
Well, I mean, there are a few obvious talking points, right?
Yeah.
Like Shea was excellent. Shea
Hmm.
Shea to that point had like a pretty tough series.
Yep.
Um, but in game seven he really figured it out. He had 16 in the second quarter to bring us
Hmm.
back from down 14. He was exceptional. But I think we both know, unfortunately, who the real story of this game seven really was.
Yeah.
And it's tough, bro. I've been a Chet defender for a long time. But I I couldn't do it after game seven. Like that was one of the more pathetic displays I've ever seen from a star player in a Thunder jersey.
Yeah.
It's not even the fact that he had 4 points, but
Taking 2 shots
to
only.
have two shot attempts, both in the first quarter. So he had zero shot attempts through 3 quarters of the game. To me, like, there is not a lack of skill. Whenever he plays Jokic, he looks good. Whenever he plays Cat, he looks good. Whenever he plays who's another Bam, he looks good. It's this specific matchup, bro.
Yeah.
Whenever he plays Wemby, it he just shuts down. There's something like that Wemby maybe has like carved in some like fear factor with this like fake beef, or like maybe the height is bothering him, the build, like maybe he's too skinny. I don't know what it is. But to me it's clearly mental,
Yeah.
and that's what really stresses me out as a Thunder fan, because the offseason for us should be fairly simple, right? Like we lost the series in seven. It was a pretty close 7 game series. And we were missing two of our four best players for a
Yep.
majority of the series. So like the rationale for like a reasonable franchise would be, okay, like we played pretty well. Our best player played about 5 mediocre games, played 2 great ones. He should play better, realistically. Shea should play better realistically in a series if they were to match up again. I have full faith in that. And if J-Dub and AJ play, they should probably a reasonable thing would be just moves around the edges, right? Get rid of Lou Dort, bring in a new player, etc.
Agreed.
But it it gets you thinking, right? Like we've watched James Harden play basketball for 16, 17 years. And whenever he plays in the regular season, he's excellent. Whenever he plays in games like 2 through 4 in the playoffs, he's like amazing. But those meaningful games, he always tends to shrink.
Hmm.
And you can coach shooting, you can coach defense, you can coach like whatever. I just don't think you can coach mentality, bro.
Yeah.
And if Chet figures it out and flips a switch, kind of like Steph Curry did. If you remember Steph Curry early in his career as like a really bad playoff performer. Now, like as he grew up, I mean, having Kevin Durant probably helped, but that
Hmm.
2022 run was insane from Steph. So
Agreed.
there's a if he figures it out, he figures it out, bro. But if the Bucks come calling and say, we'll do Chet, Ihart, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, full 4 first round picks for Giannis, uh, it'd be tough to say no, bro, at this stage.
Yeah. I think first of all, like, yeah, taking 2 shots in a Game 7 it's pretty horrendous. Yeah, I think the story of the playoffs for the teams that have lost so far have been like the star players doing what he needs to do. He's carrying the team, and then the second option doesn't know what they're doing in a closeout game. I know that too well, coming from a Wolves fan. But I also think like
Well,
there's another.
Randall played better, bro, if I'm honest. My
Yeah,
God.
Randall at least tried to take the shots. To be
Yeah,
honest, he
that's what I'm
put the
saying.
shots up, they didn't go in at least. But coming from like the other perspective, like I think not having J Dub and like Chet and AJ, like especially, and then Chet actually being like Chet was basically this only other player on the team that could kind of initiate offense, and I think that pressure definitely got to him, and that does lead into what you were saying with like not having the mindset and like kind of like not digging deep into, even though like Wemby might have start push that narrative forward to give himself motivation. So at that point, Chet should have found a way to like, even if it's fake beef, like you got to find a way to like,
Participate, bro.
yeah,
You got to participate.
you can't just sit there and like let it rock like that. And Wemby snatched his chain pretty easily. I think
Yeah.
it's been known Wemby's has been better than Chet, obviously, but like this like
It was
shows like the
never a contest, bro.
of it too. Um, but I agree. I think like you guys, I don't think you guys played the best basketball you guys could have played in this series, especially
Oh,
games 1 through 5. Those the first couple of games you guys played, to be honest, were pretty bad basketball. They were really low scoring games. You guys couldn't make a shot. It was like really sloppy, turning the ball over unprecedented amount of times you normally
it
don't
was just
do.
Caruso, pretty much.
Yeah, Shea missing mid-range shots, and then like you guys were still able to find a way to keep it close. And then I mean you put yourself in a position to get to the finals. That's all. That's one thing. But I think your team wasn't healthy, so that's like another aspect. But you also have one of the more aggressive GMs in the league and one of the smarter GMs in the league. So I think if an offer that he thinks would make the team better, he's not gonna think twice, especially if it's Giannis.
Not
Like
at all.
I don't think as someone like Sam Presti, I don't think he would think twice about it.
The thing is, what is interesting is Presti's never traded. Actually, no, that's a lie. I forgot we traded for Paul George.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's never been the one to initiate for the bigger asset, but he traded for Paul George. Yeah, it's interesting, bro. I don't know what he's gonna. Because
Like I
again,
feel like this is the kind of situation where you collect all those draft picks, you have all those draft picks like in your back pocket. This is like a situation where like a top three,
it's time
four
to
player
cash it.
is requesting out. Like it's time where like when else are you gonna get the opportunity like later down the
Yeah.
line?
The other thing is the chemistry.
Agreed.
If you really
It's
think
the
that,
team's still gonna be good enough to like figure it out on the
of
fly and
course, of
still
course,
top 3 seed during the regular season.
of course. But it's tough, bro. Because if we lost that and Chet was like 3 of 9, 4 of 11, like 9 points,
4 of 11,
eight rebounds.
4 of 11 and like 8 rebounds or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
think the conversation
it
would have been had.
yeah. Because then it's like, oh, Chet got outplayed. Can Chet figure out a way to get better? Which
Yeah.
that has happened. Like you can anticipate. You can't anticipate Chet ever being on the same level as Victor Wembanyama, but
Hmm.
you can anticipate Chet playing better than he played in that series. But
Yep.
like 1 for 2, bro. I
That's
don't
yeah.
know. I just don't know if like he's
Had some
gonna get
like
over that.
he had open looks from three. Like I mean, they weren't like open, but like late contests. Like those are shots he's normally gonna take during like in any other game.
Yeah,
So
thank you for bringing that up. Honestly, the 1 for 2 wasn't even the worst part. It's he would get offensive re he would let Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle get offensive rebounds. It wasn't
yeah.
even Wemby, bro. Wemby be stretched out on the paint, like contesting a Shea jump shot. At
Mhm.
that point, bro, you gotta get the rebound. This guy is just watching the ball go by him. And I don't want to. I hate shitting on Thunder players like more than any other team I support because I guess I care about them the most. But that's like worst playoff game I've ever seen a player play since KD Game 7 against Golden State in 2016. Like that, or no, sorry, PG Game 6 Utah 2019. Probably
Yeah.
the worst game I've ever seen. I think PG is probably worse in that game than Chet was in this game. But that it's just so disappointing. Um, but we should also talk about the Spurs because
Mhm.
they defied the odds. This is a team we didn't see going this far. We thought they would lose. We both thought they could lose to you guys.
Yeah.
I definitely thought they'd lose to us.
Yep.
I
Same.
was very wrong that they were very early. And it's hard not to argue that Victor Wembanyama is the best player in the NBA at this stage.
Yeah. Agreed. He like game 1 showed, or was it? Yeah, it was game 1 where they came out with the win, right?
Yes, that was the
Yeah.
40-20.
Where he dropped 40, like taking that shot in those kind of moments, like that kind of shows like the kind of player he is, like he'll like step up to it, and then like defensively, like he just controls the whole game on that side. It's been so like obvious throughout the whole playoffs from like round 1 to now. Like mentally taking somebody out of the game, not even like defensively, just mentally taking somebody out of the game is it's another thing he got going for him. But yeah, the Spurs, I think they definitely proved both of us wrong, 100%. We said they were too young. There's those growing pains, but definitely not. They made it to the finals the first time that core has been in the playoffs, but we'll see if they could win. I think they definitely are the better team than the Knicks. I think the Knicks match up a little bit better compared to other teams the Spurs have played so far in the playoffs. But like again, I'm not gonna put it past them. They've proven me wrong every single round so far. So I can't put it past them to go out there and win.
Yeah, and let's just talk. We can talk more about the Spurs in depth in this series. Knicks versus Spurs is our championship, the People's Championship, as they're
Yep.
calling it. Um, I this is really tough. I think the Knicks are the second worst matchup, maybe the worst, honestly, matchup for the Spurs in the NBA. Either them or Denver, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I I will pick the Knicks to win this series. I will pick the Knicks to win in 6 games. Spurs fans, I've been wrong about you guys all every step of the way. So if you guys win this, I'm just wrong again. But the Knicks are a 10x better matchup, or like the 10x worse matchup for the Spurs than they are for the Thunder, than the Thunder were for the Spurs. I think Knicks Knicks fans, at least Knicks fans that I know were definitely happy that the Spurs beat us, because I
Mhm.
think I think the Thunder match up much better with the Knicks than they do against the Spurs. Like Chet versus Cat is like free eats. For some reason he feels very confident playing an MSG versus, but that would have been nice, and Shea like Mikhail and OG as food. So,
Yeah.
but like the Spurs. Castle and Harper, good defenders, don't get me wrong. I feel like they're a bit overrated because they kind of just funnel everyone into Wemby, but Wemby becomes immensely less effective as like a paint defender, and those guys become immensely less effective as perimeter defenders when you have like lots and lots of shooting on the outside.
Yeah.
And if the way the Knicks are shooting it right now, bro, they won't be able to play like five on Shea, like five on Brunson, like they did five on Shea.
Yeah, the
Because
only way they would be able to do that is like if they put Wemby on Josh Hart and Josh Hart's like not making his threes. But if they do that, if he's not making his threes, they're just gonna start subbing Landry Shamet. So like
exactly.
it's
It
like not a problem.
Where's Shea's cooking right now, bro?
Yeah, he's a sniper, bro.
Yeah. And I think as much as I love Dylan Harper, as much as I love like Wemby, I hate Stephon Castle.
Yeah, I don't
But
like.
I I think Brunson's gonna find the matchup a bit easier than people think. And the matchup which I'm really intrigued to see is Cat versus Wemby. Because this
Mhm.
aggressive new version of Cat that's initiating the offense on the top of the key, that's taking guys off the dribble, that's putting his ass in the low block and really moving in the low post. Like again, no one on Thunder was doing that against Wemby, bro. We were kind of shying away from the moment with Wemby, but the way Jokic played Wemby in the last game of the regular season when they both played, and Jokic dropped 40 on him, just putting him in the post over and over again. That's what
Yeah.
Cat was doing to Wemby in those 2 games this season.
Mhm.
So again, I'm not saying Wemby's a scrub of a defender, but I'm saying that his low post defense becomes exposed immediately when you put a lot of size on him.
Yep.
And again, the Thunder, the Timberwolves, the Blazers just didn't have the personnel really to make him struggle on that side of the ball. But Cat can.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then I think the only problem would be like I think the Knicks are Mike Brown's probably smart enough to not put Mitch Robinson in the game when Wemby's in the game. I think that's like the first thing you don't do is make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, I think if you have Cat in the game and like even like with Josh Hart, like I was saying too, I think that if he's a decent enough shooter where like even if Wemby's guarding him, you're not just gonna. I don't think you can just like wave him off and like, roam
Even
the
though,
paint.
yeah.
Yeah, so I agree. I think hopefully this is where the Spurs. I'm not saying it to because I don't like the Spurs. The only player I don't like on the Spurs is Castle because I think he'd be flopping too much and complains way too much about calls
Yeah.
and fouling when he does actually foul people. But everybody else on
You
Spurs,
can't, in my opinion, you can't flop and complain, bro. Because
yeah,
to see, it wouldn't be weird if Shay complained about the refs. That'd be
yeah,
really weird, wouldn't it? Like, it's the
weird.
same thing, bro. It's the
That's like
same
a
thing.
bro. We're not gonna let's not sit here and act like he doesn't get to the
This
free
dude's
throw line.
shooting
He gets to
12,
the free
14 free throws
throw.
a game, and he's whining about not being physical enough. I
Yeah.
hate that guy,
So, but I do think the Knicks have the personnel to do it if and I mean, you guys did too, but the Knicks are shooting a lot better, and you need the consistent shooting against a team like Wemby. So I think that's what puts them over the top. But they've had rest for a fat minute. What's been like over a
I
week
think
probably.
they get destroyed tomorrow, in my opinion. The Knicks might lose by 40 tomorrow.
I think tomorrow's they hit that hurdle, and they're also in San Antonio. So you got to just their whole thing is just go and win one, and then I think you're fine. I think they'll be able to do that game too, but I think tomorrow might be a struggle for them.
Tomorrow might be a struggle. Spurs coming off their most emotional win in the past like 10 years. Like,
Yeah,
Wemby's gonna come out swing. I'm like Wemby could be the greatest competitor I've seen in my life, bro. This guy went to the mountains for 3 months to train in monks for fucking basketball. Like,
it
imagine
worked.
training with monks in the Himalayas to play basketball, bro.
It
This
worked
guy's a
apparently.
weirdo. But um, we should talk more about the Spurs because the Spurs can definitely take away some parts of the Knicks offense as well. The Spurs like Castle and Harper do play good perimeter defense. Fox, ever since Fox has been included in the lineup from what game 3, it's brought the turnovers down because Castle has the ball less in his hands.
Mhm.
Um, because the Knicks like to score points off turnovers as well. So that's gonna be something that really aids them. And again, we say a lot about Cat as an offensive player, but we gotta flip it the other way as well. Cat on Wemby is food. Like
Yeah.
that, like it's not gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be big games from both big men. Um, and I think that Mike Brown might be forced to play Mitchell Robinson in the series more to do kind of what Hartenstein is doing to Wemby and just start hacking him. Because
Mhm.
I don't know if actually Cat's actually a really good rebounder compared to Chet, but he might need some help on that glass because 7'6" dude who's allowed to go over the back on you every possession. It could get dicey on the glass for that team as well.
And like Cat, we all know like yeah, his defense has improved like immensely over the last couple of years, but like it's still not like amazing defense. And Brunson, we know is not a great defender. I think Fox is good enough to like understand when to put them in pick and roll situations. So I think if they're able to do that consistently, though that can cause some trouble. And Champagne's been shooting the lights out of the ball the last couple of games against you guys. So if
Especially game 7. Yeah.
he's still able to bring that shooting that stretches the floor out even more for the Spurs, opens the lane because all their guards are downhill guards to be honest. So like if they can stretch the floor out as much as possible, that gives a lot of room for Castle and like Fox and Harper. Like I know the Knicks have good defenders in like Bridges, OG, like Josh Hart, but I think like Bridges is too weak to stay in front of Castle. Like I'm not. I think he's like
You
you
gotta
can
put
get
Bridges on Fox, surely.
you have to put Bridges on Fox. I think Castle might be a little too fast for OG. Like, and then when Harper's in the game, like that's just like that's
That's
just
the
another.
thing. That's what I'm about to bring up.
Yeah. So you have those that three guard lineup with Champagne and then Wemby in the game. That's something where they play really fast too. So the Knicks are I'm not exactly sure like what their pace ranking is in the NBA, but I think they still do play kind of fast, but they play a little bit a lot more in the half court because that's how they're like ran now in the playoffs with Cat the ball on the top of the key, finding the open man, finding Brunson in the post, letting him do his thing. But yeah, I think there's definitely ways that the Spurs can mix it up.
Yeah, and to me, Harper is the key. Harper versus the Knicks bench because the Knicks have gotten pretty good production from Landry Shamet, as we said before. That has
Hmm.
to keep going. Deuce McBride is making an appearance this series. Josh Hart, like we said, he's not a bench player, but he's a secondary option. Jose
Hmm.
Alvarado is gonna have to be pretty annoying, like because Dylan Harper is gonna have to give you 15, 16 points a game by himself. So if the Knicks aren't able to match that bench production, it could get really dicey. Because
Yeah,
again, the
and then
Spurs are confident that they have their starting lineup is going to outscore anyone's starting lineup. Now, it worked
yep.
against us. I'm interested to see how it works against a really hot Knicks team, but the Knicks bench has to show up as well.
And even if Keldon Johnson's like on his game against like you guys like he was in game seven, like he actually played a really good game seven against you
Hmm.
guys. I think that bench makes it a lot deeper. He is a six man of the year, even though I don't
Yeah.
really think he did it. He's played a lot of Spurs fans also want to trade him too. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I think their bench if they're all going on all cylinders also can keep up. So I think it'll be a great series. But overall, I have Nixon. I'll say Nixon seven. I think the Spurs will take it to seven.
So tough, bro. I'm excited though. I think this is the best possible final series we could have gotten. I think these
Yeah,
two teams are really evenly matched.
agreed. Yeah. Well, anything else that you wanted to talk about before we end?
Um, Depends. How much do you want to touch on NFL news?
Oh yeah, we could talk about there's been some crazy NFL trade.
Yeah, we can spend
Miles
2 minutes
Garrett,
on the fucking Myles Garrett trade.
yeah, Miles Garrett to the Rams. For Jared Verse, how many first round picks?
Myles Garrett for Jared Verse, a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Jesus. Wow. It was a 2027 one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I think this
It's
is
over,
like the
bro.
Rams going all in for like Stafford's like almost last year, like his last like good year or whatever. I mean you have Puka, you got Devontae Adams, now you got Miles Garrett, so I think they have a pretty good team, bro.
Yeah. It could be they could have Aaron Donald too, bro.
Yeah, dude, imagine, bro, if he comes out. I think if he comes out of retirement, if Miles Garrett wasn't on the team, he could probably still give them like 10 sacks a game. But now with Miles Garrett on the team, you have no pressure on you on that side. So he can still probably give you like 14 sacks a game, but with the shape he's still
That's,
be in.
that's
That's
yeah,
that's nice to be honest. Like
bro.
who knows? He can go out there and give you 18 again.
They have one of the best D tackle cores in the league. They just
Hmm.
traded for the best slot corner in the league in Trent McDuffie. They have another really good corner in Jalen Watson they took from the Chiefs. Now they have Myles Garrett. They have on the offensive side of the ball, pretty good offensive line. Oh, they have the MVP, second in offensive player of the year, the a future gold jacket and Devontae Adams. It's it's not fair, bro. What's the
Yeah,
point? Like
it's the point.
what are like it's to a point where I think a Jets fan would have more fun watching this season, seeing a draft pick develop, than me waiting for this team to go 11-6 and then end up losing in the first round to the Rams, bro. What are we even what are we even doing? There's no point. Like
Uh,
I think the only team that has a chance is the Seahawks, and even the Seahawks, bro, they lost K9. Like
yeah.
they had a couple of defensive losses. Sam
Yep.
Darnold is still I still have to see another season for Sam Darnold. I'm sorry.
You won a
So
Super Bowl. Come on.
yeah, I gotta see another season, bro. I gotta see it without Clint Kubiak to just really be sure.
Okay, okay.
Um, but no, bro, it's over. Like this feels like KD to the Warriors. I don't know. I'm probably being dramatic. This feels over.
Like he's like the best defensive like player in the league.
Yeah.
It's
It's not
like
even close. He's bro. He just got 23 sacks on the Cleveland Browns, bro. Think about it. The Cleveland Browns, where he gets tripled and quadrupled every game, they're always down. So it's always a run situation, and he still got 23 sacks, bro.
he's made the playoffs. What like I think he's made the playoffs once in his career, right?
Twice, I believe.
Twice. Yeah, you know damn
Yeah,
well, bro. If he's in the play, he's gonna be in the playoffs. He's gonna go crazy, bro. But that kind of opportunity on that kind of team,
dude.
he's not gonna
Think
let
about
that.
it, dude. The Rams' offense is so good. He's probably gonna be playing with the lead the whole time, which means the opposing team's gonna be in passing situations. He
Mm-hmm.
might get 30 sacks, bro.
Yeah,
If Aaron Donald comes back, he could actually get a 25. I'm not gonna lie.
that'd be
Like,
insane, bro. If Aaron Donald
oh,
comes back, that would be GG's.
at
How
that
old
point,
is
bro, I'm watching football for
how old is
fantasy.
he's like 33. Aaron Donald,
Yeah,
33.
he's 35. He's 35.
Dang,
Fuck
yeah.
it.
He can still do it,
Fuck
bro.
it, bro. One season. Like if
He's jacked still, dude. Yeah, like, he's
he's
still like in the
massive,
same shape he was in when he was playing. Like obviously his like cardio is probably not as like good as it was, but that's something that he could probably get up pretty easily.
dude. Fuck. Yeah, that actually really broke my like. Cause how are you getting McDuffie and Garrett in the same
Yeah,
offseason after barely losing the NFC Championship game?
yeah. That's
Like
they're
every
trying
other
to.
year gets worse, pretty much, bro.
If they don't win it, that would be an L.
It's a massive disappointment, bro, if they don't win
Yeah,
it. Like
Green
they're
Bay got
plus 600 right now on DraftKings to win the Super Bowl. I already bet it.
how much?
Plus 600. You can get 6-1 odds on the winning. I already bet it.
This is
That feels like stealing money from a baby, bro.
yeah. This is like yeah. That's the best odds you're gonna probably get.
Yeah.
That
Um, yeah. I guess we can briefly talk about the Pats getting AJ Brown, but that doesn't seem as important to me. I just don't care.
Yeah, AJ Brown's whatever. He's good. He's cool. The
He's
Pats
a
are
good
also
receiver.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think this really gives Drake May some help. I think AJ Brown had the best season of his career. Um, but again, this trade would mean way more to me if Myles Garrett didn't go to the Rams. Now that Myles
Yeah.
Garrett went to the Rams, this trade mean I don't give a that I think it's more funny honestly. Did you see the AI stuff that AJ Brown did when he posted? He
Mhm.
posted himself in a Nike jersey when he was like 8 years old. Nike started making jerseys like 10 years ago, bro. Unless
Yeah.
unless, unless this dude is the youngest looking 18-year-old of all time, bro, and that shit is AI. Why are you
Uh,
posting an AI picture of a team that you were a fan of when you were younger, supposedly?
he's trying to show his love.
So stupid, bro.
Trying to
And
show.
apparently, like he had like the entrance to his room for his entire Eagles career has been a Patriots rug. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if a Chargers player had like a Bears flag in his room? Isn't that just like weird?
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like if you didn't want any Eagles merch, just don't put any like other team stuff.
Yeah, 'cause this
But
dude's been glazing.
yeah, that's crazy. But it's been known that he was gonna be gone since like last year.
Yes, ever since fucking Diana Rossini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, that's it for our football talk today, guys.
yeah, we'll definitely get back on the football episodes once the finals end, which will probably be in the next like week and a half, 2 weeks. So we'll come out with more football episodes as the season comes closer. But Um, we're also going to keep coming on probably like every other game during the finals, maybe like every game, every other game. Give you guys updates about what's going on, and we think is gonna we're gonna keep our picks the same. We're never gonna change it, so don't worry. But yeah, so just stay tuned for those. But until then, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.